Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? This is Coach Gabriel, MuveSpace.com. I wanted to take a moment this beautiful Sunday evening out in High Rock Park, Victoria, to talk to you about something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, which is this paradox where awareness brings up discomfort, and that discomfort makes us feel often that we're doing it wrong or that we're in the wrong place, when actually it's a sign that we may be looking at something new for the first time, that we're actually starting to face something that's a challenge area for us and fixing it. And therefore, even though it feels uncomfortable, even though it feels wrong, it may actually be right. It may be actually the right thing to do. So if you think about it in terms of learning a new skill, anytime somebody walks off the street into a jiu-jitsu gym, they say the hardest belt to get is the white belt. Why is the very first belt the hardest belt to get? Is because it takes a lot of courage to step off the street not knowing anything and get on the mats with people who know a lot and be exposed to the discomfort of what you don't know again and again and again. And that takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength, and it's very much the measure of a person. How much can we show up? How much can we face the areas that we were unaware of before? And because we were unaware of it, we were obviously not very good at it. So that could be in a movement skill, or that could be in the way we're showing up for some of our relationships, and sometimes facing, just like I have been doing, some of the areas where I wasn't aware in the past. Looking into that new awareness is very uncomfortable because it makes me realize, just like somebody coming into a jiu-jitsu studio for the first time, how much you suck, how much I suck. And it sucks to suck, obviously. So it's way easier to do things that we're good at. It's way more comfortable to pat ourselves on the back with the areas we already have accomplished. But that is not going to lead us to the change that we're seeking. So my Tai Chi instructor says that if we're going to get movement to change us, we have to change the way we move. So what that change means is that you have to have a choice. You have to choose to move or act differently. You can't choose to move or act differently if you don't first have that awareness. So awareness is often the very, very first step. That first step makes us feel uncomfortable, and due to that discomfort, we often turn away, and then we have to play this dance where we are faced with the discomfort of new awareness, and then we turn away, and then we have to just keep getting faced with it again because we didn't change, and then we turn away again, and that same old story, whether that's physical pain or trauma or something happening in a relationship, that same old story keeps repeating itself because we are too scared to face that discomfort of this new awareness that it was going to give us the choice to change. So what I'm going to be asking you to do this month inside the MuveSpace community is slow down in your exercises, feel what specific muscles are working, just like I'm doing with privates, asking you to be very aware of where your skeleton is positioned in space, and that is going to bring up a discomfort. You're going to wonder if you're doing it right. You're going to wonder why I'm having you do that, and it's so that you have a chance to look into your bodies, look what's stored there, what kind of issues are in your tissues that are causing you to move the way that you do, and then with that new awareness, you can cause you to be able to make a change, to move better, to feel better, to show up better in your life. We're going to be doing the same thing in our yoga therapy classes, where we're going to ask you to slow down and relax. We're going to be doing the same thing in our Pilates classes, where Jacqueline's going to be asking you to breathe differently and feel your core differently. And very specifically, it's going to make you uncomfortable, and that discomfort is a sign that you're growing because you're becoming aware of something that you are not good at or something you've never done before, which means you're offered the opportunity to change. That's not to say discomfort is always good, so I'm not trying to push you into a realm. A lot of people are in a mode where it's discomfort, 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 and if you're turning towards discomfort all the time, then your life is going to be very uncomfortable. But for some of us, being uncomfortable is actually comfortable. Or another way to put that is, for someone like me, working more or exercising harder or going on a run or a hike is the easy thing to do. Whereas the hard thing to do is to take a break, to slow down, to focus, to take time off, to not keep doing the same old pattern, the same old story that I'm used to doing. And so that the reason that's difficult, the reason it can be difficult to do something different, is because doing something differently makes you face the patterns, whether they're in movement or in life, that you are uncomfortable with or that you're not very good with at yet. And because you're not very good at them yet, it's very uncomfortable to face them, to try them out, to change in those areas. But we can't make that change that we're seeking to make, whether it's in our bodies or in our health or in the way that we're showing up in our relationships or in the lives of others, if we're not willing to face that discomfort that comes with increased awareness. So this month we're going to be talking all about awareness, and with that awareness always comes a little bit of discomfort, and paradoxically, the discomfort makes you feel like you're doing something wrong, but in fact you're doing something right, and that is looking at somewhere where you've been not performing as optimally as you can, and now you are. So I hope you take that to help you, and I hope that that discomfort can encourage you to make that choice, to make that change. And if you know somebody in your life who could use a break, who could use to slow down, who could use some increased awareness, or you feel like they're being exposed to an awareness for the first time and it's making them very uncomfortable, I'd encourage you to share this video with them, because you may give them a little bit of encouragement that they're doing the right thing. Okay, again, this is Coach Gabriel. Thanks so much for listening, and until I see you next time, stay healthy, stay connected. Thanks. Peace.